Hello, everybody, and welcome to another scene in Set to the Howling Winds, World of the Apocalypse joint set in San Diego, California. Dang it, I said that. Okay, anyway, uh, today we're in Tuesday. I can't speak.
Today, the scene is taking place in Two Satyrs, where Veronica Black has gone to find Sky Ayala because she has a very important question for him. He notices that Sky is sitting with Antony.
Eyebrow goes up, goes over where Antony and Sky are.
They do appear to be familiar with each other. They don't appear as though they're strangers talking.
Yeah, they're talking about him getting married and everything. Sky will notice Veronica and turn to her.
I'm just saying, I know it's a gay wedding, but I think that strippers are totally appropriate.
I approve of strippers.
See? Look at that.
Well, then get strippers at the wedding, I guess. He shakes his head.
Or both. He looks left, he looks right. He's lost. You know, written into my will, I actually have it written into my last will and testament that I want strippers at my funeral. He nods.
Oh my god. Why does this not surprise me?
Look, I want it to be a party, okay? I have a life insurance policy worth a few $1 million. I want at least one spent on my funeral. And it's going to be a funeral, not a funeral.
Are you also going to plan on coming back just to be like, you fucked up my funeral? The fuck is this?
No, I'm just going to haunt them. Coming back is so last season. He'll look at Sky, bat his eyelashes.
He scowls at him and then rolls his eyes.
God, you're so fucking hot when you scowl. A glass sails for his head, by the way. He barely misses it.
He just smiles sweetly and then he yells into the back, "Thank you, love."
Andreas yells out, "No problem, honey."
Veronica just sips her drink like nothing is out of the ordinary.
So Antony will look at Veronica. Hi.
Hello.
You're looking lovely today.
Thank you.
He's speaking in a whisper, by the way, but it's too hard to hear over the thing, so I'm speaking in a normal tone.
Okay.
Sky puts a finger to his lip and he says, "Just today. Oh my."
Oh, you flirt. You know, you two could be twins, I swear. Have you ever really noticed that about each other?
That we're both physically pleasing to the eye?
I'm not answering that question. I meant that you're both incredibly white and pale-haired and blue-eyed and regal, whatever. You're probably related somewhere along some lines. Didn't you find out you had silver fang blood?
He nods.
Out of game, Veronica does not have silver fang blood. She's Shadow Lord.
Anyway, he'll sip his tea.
So, is this a casual visit or business, Veronica?
Both. Checking up, since you were adjusting, being back in the mortal realm.
It's interesting. I had to acquire new papers since I am legally deceased.
That would be complicated.
He nods. Currently, it's been slightly challenging to acquire the same exact name on documents.
You know how many times I get stopped by truancy officers? I'm like perpetually 14.
Damn.
Somebody asked me if I was my son's kid the other day.
To be frank, you look like your son's kid.
Yeah, that's true.
He nods.
I think your son looks older than me. He'll nod.
And the right lighting, I believe so.
My sister has been trying to have kids.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's that working out for her? He smiles.
She's had her 7th miscarriage, I found out.
Damn! That is not something that you want to strive for a goal on.
Oh, is she
She's
okay?
not. She's trying to be happy. She's not.
Mm.
Her husband is concerned, wondering maybe someone has a grudge against them. Because he is. Because out of game, I don't remember the title. I'm just going to mention the title.
Oh, yeah. You know, your sister and her husband are actually living legends, right?
We're just getting to know each other.
How they met and the way they fell in love is something of a bit of a like a modern day fairy tale to us.
No.
Do you want to hear the story?
Sure.
So your sister was said to be one of the most desirable maidens in the land, if you could imagine. And she was I believe she was fostered to a prince, if I'm correct. So he was very protective of her. He had left in her care a boggin. It's pretty common, actually. And they became best friends. When it came time for her to find a suitor, there were so many people who threw themselves at her. There were tournaments and championships. One even tried to beat her in hand-to-hand combat. He shakes his head like, and they all kept just not working out. And her best friend, that Boggin, kept trying to tell her, well, this next one will be better. This next one will be right. This next one, I promise, you'll find the one you're looking for in him. And finally, there was, I think, a Fiona knight who challenged for her hand. But and he had got pretty far on the challenge. But when she met him, she just saw his heart was proud and he wasn't the kind of man she was looking for. And she ran away from all of it. And Boggin found her. A simple, common Boggin. He found her and he said to her, don't give up hope. You'll find him. And she screamed, apparently, I already have. She wrapped her arms around him and kissed him and said that the only man she ever wanted was right in front of her. The shock of everyone, actually. And they were married that spring.
Sky nods very slowly.
Out of game, that's a long list of people that could be mad at her.
Right? Yes. Maybe, honestly, one of her jilted suitors could have done this to her. There were many a nobleman who vied for her hand, And she chose a simple common boggin. He gained title once they married, but at the time, it was a bit taboo, and
it was very uncommon for common folk to have title until recently.
it's only been the past few years or so.
Since that's a long list of people to go through to figure out who cursed her, what would be the cleanest and simplest way to resolve the issue if hypothetically she was cursed?
What do you think, Sir Ayala?
He thinks if there is a curse, it may be branded by an oath, but you would have to be looking at it from a different lens. He bites his lip.
I have a feeling I wouldn't be able to know what this lens is.
Are you
Most,
speaking of the divine arts, Lord Ayala?
indeed I am.
Chews his lip. I don't have those arts, and I know you're still recovering yours.
We could speak to my husband.
Finn is a master of fire and travel. He doesn't have the divine arts. I think I remember him saying he had a passing dabbling at it, but not in any strong way. I'll think, tap his lip.
I can barely shift into a dragon since I regained my life. He bites his lip. I could shift into other things, and that was when I could use my divine arts.
See, the thing is, the divine arts aren't really common. They're not uncommon. They just always seem to not be common when you need them. Isn't that the way of it? He'll shake his head.
I literally couldn't even be in my current body to use them. They put a strain on one's soul.
He'll kind of tap his lip. I am drawing a huge blank as to who is skilled in the divine arts.
Is there a realm that maybe you could challenge and wait for them to break it?
That's funny you say that.
If we wish to...
Yes! Yes! I know somebody who's very skilled in divine arts. But
he does this very sweet, like, lip pouting thing and says, "Thank you for interrupting me."
Okay, you know what? That's true. Sorry, Lord Saucy Bottom, but
He smiles sweetly and sits back, lets him speak.
No, fine. Who do you know?
No, go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, that guy. Oh shit! Come on. Oh, but come on. Okay, so the only problem is he used to be. He'll kind of look left, look right, look back at sky. He used to follow the purple star.
Sky takes a deep breath.
How much do you know about our houses, Veronica?
I'm still learning about them. I only know about the different seasons.
Kinda. Okay. See, I'm a damn dirty commoner. But there are noble houses, normally of the She. Commoners have been let into them. It's a long story. There was one house. They were called the Beaumain. He said his voice dropped even lower and he looks around like, shit. The Beaumain were hunted to an almost genocidal level. But they are said to be some of the best diviners out there.
Out of game, isn't her mother that?
Yes!
Are you fucking serious?
Well, he says, the thing is, House Beaumain, they have some of the best diviners. Now, I know of one. His name is, ironically, Antonine. But I'd have to get a hold of him. I don't think I'm just going to be able to pick him up right now. He's somewhere. Hell, he may not even be in the city, honestly. He travels a lot. But if we're going to do this, if we're going to divine into your sister, he's probably honestly one of the best to go to.
There's
She
also
nods.
another.
Looks to Sky.
He looks over at Tony, and he bites his lip, and he says, "This one is one I found recently. Her name is Viola, but her mortal name is Lucy."
Wait a minute, is she the one that turned into a bunny? Or am I thinking of someone else?
He nods.
Oh.
Do we honestly want to bring a child on in this? I know, coming from me. Don't you dare. I'll point at him.
When she's Viola, she retains all her memories.
Oh, it's up to Veronica, ultimately.
So my options is either someone more experienced, but I would have to give them time to get here, and the other one would be right away, but they're a child.
As I said, he may be around here. I'm not sure. I know his son certainly is. I saw him earlier.
Age is very. It's fairly meaningless. It's fairly meaningless when it comes to our kind.
I see.
Many of us retain our memories of our past lives.
Out of game, then I'm glad I didn't swap bodies with that Silverfang kidfolk with Sky.
Right.
Because that would have been more confusing. So, and they're hunted. Are they? Is this house still hunted?
No, they stopped hunting him a couple of years ago, but the High King put out an edict. But
So Sky raises a finger and he says, "Not officially, though. It's if someone is discriminated against and the law has changed, they're still discriminated against. But they don't openly talk about it.
Hmm.
So they are still hunted.
Andreas comes, by the way, and puts a drink down on the table in an empty spot and walks off. He put like the coaster down and an empty drink on that spot.
Veronica gets curious about the empty drink. Sky, is there someone else that you guys invited?
Anthony blinks and shakes his head.
Sky shakes his head.
Ghost spear?
If your bar serves Fae and Wraiths, that would be interesting.
He smiles. And he nods. Ghost spear.
Sky looks over at Tony, and then he says, "Isn't there one more, though, that is open?"
In the sweet words of your husband, come again?
He leans in. Antonin's son, who openly broadcasts he is...
Yeah, he'll nod. No! Bad!
Looks over at the no and bad.
No, that's me.
Okay.
Out of game, that's me. I was trying to pull up an overlay.
So we have Lynn, we have Antonin, and we have Lucy. I'd say it's safe to say we should probably not bring this up to Lucy, especially since her state is very fragile.
I don't like to be one to judge, but it's a point. So the door opens, and this fellow comes in and sits down at your spot, at the spot with the beer.
Sky grins. Thank you, Papa.
He kind of he'll like his papa will like look and he'll say, I don't know what it was for. I just knew I needed to put it there. And Antonin will say, so, as I understand it, you're looking for a fortune teller. Because the bastard foresaw that you would need him here. And he'll smile at Veronica.
Amusing enough, we were speaking about you.
He gives her a knowing smile. He has a very French accent, but it doesn't sound like from France.
Is it like Americanized French accent, similar to like Anton?
Actually, not at all. Actually, do you have linguistics as a background?
No, I do not.
Okay, she cannot. I mean, damn. She cannot recall, and she works with a Frenchman closely, so she knows this. She cannot recall hearing this dialect of French.
Okay. Which is
It's
a lot
not,
because it's
Quebec
not like
Con
it is.
either. Yeah, it's not that, and it's not like it's from Quebec.
Okay.
Smile for her.
So you know the situation.
Molly? I'm quite familiar with it.
So, How does this get broken? Is it possible?
All I have to do is look at your sister's strings. If she has a curse on her, there's some things that can be broken.
Out of game, is it a good time to text her sister?
No, if she does, she won't respond.
That's what I figured.
He'll lean in, by the way, after she's been looking at him for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll say, Cote d'Ivoire, and he'll nod. And Anthony will
Mm-hmm.
like breathe a visible sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God, I didn't want to ask. And he'll smile back at her.
She's watching him, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't say she's like odd, but it's like he has her attention.
Skya is just silently watching.
And Johnny went to get food, I think.
Computer crashed.
Don't lie, you're playing Sims again.
Well, Veronica, how have you been?
I've been doing well. So far, my relationships have been going well. Enemy is being disposed of. Their supporters are vanquished. My child will be due this month.
He nods. And I dare not ask how your enemies will be vanquished.
Do you really want to know?
He leans in. The only reason I would want to know is so I could incorporate them myself. He smiles.
Mine speaks to him. I killed everyone in Golden Claw's family that supported her.
He smiles so sweetly.
Though there was one supporter that the only reason they were spared was because they were useful, but it was his wife was disposed of. 2 of his children were going to be made into slaves, and his youngest child was going to be informed, your family is destroyed because of your father, because he was the youngest, and then have him grow up hating his parents, so he'll destroy everything they worked for.
So Sky smiles so sweetly. And then in the mind speak that they have, he says, now would you like to hear a tale of mine that happened recently?
Sure.
Let's see. This is knowledge I'm giving to you, Veronica, because I trust you.
Charmed.
He smiles. I killed my own father.
Oh,
I watched him die in agony as I slowly freezed his body, making sure it was excruciating, letting him feel every nerve collapse as the life slowly drained from his eyes. And then when he was done, I let his bones shatter between my jaws.
that is wonderful.
He smiles.
You know, one of the accomplices, his wife, I had her soul bound to her skull, so she can't talk to anybody.
Soulbound, what exactly is that?
It's when you take someone's spirit or their soul and you force it into an object.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Normally, you're supposed to get permission, but if you force it and you're strong enough, it's just a good way to keep someone quiet.
Keep their souls trapped inside an object. Oh my.
Oh, Johnny, we're speaking through mind speak.
He's so. So, like, basically, you just see Veronica and Sky smiling viciously at each other.
Antonine he'll shake his head and smile at them, and he'll pull out a deck of cards, like a normal deck of like fucking playing cards.
Out of game, he's one of those readers.
Yes.
Okay.
And he'll put them down,
Out
and
of
he'll
game,
basically start. Oh,
sorry, is there a specific way he's putting the cards down?
he's letting them make Celtic crossbred.
Okay.
So he basically he goes through it, and he basically kind of focuses and lays the cards down and performs the magic.
She looks around to make sure nobody's watching outside
I
the conversation.
see a lion. See a lion. Yes. The crown of roses. The petals wilted fall onto the floor. His palms pierced by the thorns. Blood drips to the ground. She will not know happiness, nor will I. I'm sorry, reverse that. If I will not know happiness, nor will she. Let's see. Closes his eyes and kind of puts his hand on the cards. A great gate arching into the sky. It glows golden in the sunset. Much strife lies in that land with the authorities, the common man. It spills into the mortal population. He is a ruler there. To the east. That's all I can see. Your sister is indeed cursed. The one who cursed her is a lion bearing a crown of wilted roses. And he shakes his head as though he's coming out of a trance and smiles and scoops his cards up.
Thank you.
Of course.
Sky folds his hands behind his back.
He actually finishes his beer and puts the glass down and gets up.
She lets him go. Out of game,
He'll
I know they
say,
have to charge.
No, he'll say, I'm sure you won't forget the favor I've done you here today in the future.
No, I won't.
And he'll nod. And he'll walk out. He did pay. He threw down some cash.
Veronica,
Hmm.
there is one other bit of knowledge that you should know.
What's that?
Lion is the symbol of House Fiona.
That would explain the story.
Tony just blinks like, this is some shit.
He nods.
This is some like next level obsession shit.
So my options are either he gets happy or finds something to supersede his curse.
You could also, no, he'll just shake his head.
You could also, in the mind link, he says, you could also just brutally kill him for harming your sister.
I like that idea.
I know the look in your eyes. I want to join. Let me join your little mind party. Come on.
Can I actually add him to MindLink?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
MindLink.
Oh, we get to talk about murder now.
Yeah, this guy's like, oh, we're just talking about how she should kill the man who's harming her sister.
Yes.
That's a wonderful idea.
How should we go about this? He licks his lips.
Well, first off, where to hell he be?
And also, making sure that a few things. One, if we kill him, making sure that this doesn't come around to bite us.
Right, though.
Now,
Wait, how did I get involved in this? He just blinks. Oh, right. She-wolves. Arr! He puts his fingers to his head and makes little wolf ears.
So out of game, I just we're doing an unorthodox Motley.
Yeah, basically.
Now, he taps his lip. I know one way to find him.
You know, I just realized, technically, I know I keep interrupting you, but hold on. I have really bad ADHD. You know, technically, you could be a she-wolf, too.
I mean, technically, I can be a she-wolf, yes.
Okay, I know that literally you possess the abilities, but I meant the Motley, you whore.
He smirks.
Anytime I hear you say Motley, I think of the band Motley Crue.
We are the Motley Crew.
Do you want to be in a band? Do you want to be in a Motley with me, Sky? He looks at him all precious, like. And call ourselves the she-wolves?
So what is a Motley? I was heard it's similar to how we have packs.
Yeah, except usually one of us isn't in charge. It's more kind of like a gang.
It's like a party of bards.
Yeah, kind of. Like a troop. A group. Your buddies.
So it's like a gang.
I said it was a gang. Yeah.
Okay.
On Wednesday, we wear pink.
You wear pink half of the days of the week.
It shoots my color.
Does it count as wearing pink if it's dry blood?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have a few shirts then.
So do I.
Okay. He'll look over at Sky. Like, do you want to be in my motley? He's actually being serious now.
He smiles and he says, well, with the children leaving the house, I suppose I have extra time.
Squee! She-wolves! He puts his fingers up to his head, like at his temples, 2 fingers, and goes,
And they have a literal wolf with them.
Exactly. She's the mascot.
She'll be bringing in the storm.
Right?
Yeah. Sky is the blizzard. She's the lightning.
Yep. Does that make Antony the rain?
Probably.
Probably. Now, what I was going to say was, you know how you can find this man, correct? It's quite simple, really.
Oh.
I know a very basic art called soothsay. It allows, uh, at my current rank, it allows for us to follow the will-o-wisp to him. We just need to know his name. And I'm quite certain your sister does know his name.
I'm sure she would, or at least her husband would.
We probably don't want to bother her with it.
Not
TBH.
today.
We could always talk to Lord Casey about it.
Casey would probably be the better choice.
If he was, in fact, with her the entire time she was suiting towards men, he would probably know their names.
Out of game, do you want to just make another black dog scene with this guy? We're so terrible.
You are terrible.
Well, it's either that or we could take the shortcut route and we torture the guy, gag him, and give him to Satan and be like, so if you break this curse, you can have this guy.
Lord.
I don't want him going back here and be like, I still live. I still exist. I deal with that shit. Yes, this will be interesting. She's gonna gesture to someone to get 3 drinks for them, whether it's tea. Observing them, do they prefer tea or coffee?
Sky
Anthony's got
prefers.
fucking tiny lush, to be honest.
What's
Yeah,
up?
And his day drinking.
Sky prefers tea.
She'll get the thing is, because she can't do shots, she's just gonna get tea or coffee to simulate shots, so they could just be like, for this call and mind speaking.
Yeah, he's drinking cider.
She'll get his preferred drink and then get 2 things of tea. It's either that or she'll just get warm cider for everyone and be like, fuck you. One of the two.
Sky would drink warm cider.
Warm cider all
To be
around.
honest, one fucking cider is not gonna hurt your baby. Like,
Probably. Especially if they're
not.
Garu.
Yeah.
How many Fiona have had kids and they get trashed like nonstop?
Puts her drink up for them to salute against. To power murder.
To power
Ooh,
and
power and
murder.
Click.
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 Downs.
Takes out her drink.
He'll take a long sip of his.
I think that's a good scene to end.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This was another scene about potential murder. Good day and bye.